Shiva Sutras Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject is from Shava to Shiva, from death to life. There's a beautiful sloka in our Upanishads. Asaroma Satgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Pratyoma Gatamgamaya. Lead us from darkness to enlightenment, from death to life. As and now, whatever space or state we may be, but the possibility to achieve the higher states, higher consciousness, the different space is available to every one of us. Man as such is only potentiality, is not actuality, is not what he is supposed to be. As and now, we are only in potential form. We are only in seed form. What we can achieve has not happened in us. We have not realized our actuality. All spiritual techniques, spiritual life, meditation, all these great things are method, technique to express your potential power, to make you realize your true self. Seed should become a tree. Only then it can relax and rest, be in peace. Till it becomes tree and creates more seeds, it cannot rest, it cannot relax. Its journey will be ended only when it reaches the space where it became a tree and creates more seeds. Creating more seeds ends the journey of any seed. Same way, man realizes his self when he expresses his infinite energy, starts staying in the same space where the quantum energy expression happens in his being. One more thing. When a seed becomes tree, not only seed reaches the fulfillment, it creates more seeds. When an enlightened being reaches his enlightened state, not only he experiences his potential, he starts creating more enlightened beings. He starts creating the possibility for more enlightened beings. There is a question here. Yesterday somebody has asked, is enlightenment the final? Please be very clear, enlightenment is ultimate but not final. There's a big difference between these two words, ultimate and final. It is ultimate which is happening every moment, not final. You mistake this ultimate and final. People think after enlightenment, masters don't grow. I tell you, after enlightenment, not only they are constantly updated, every moment growth is happening. Every moment expansion is happening. God grows. Only God grows. Nothing else grows. In your space, you may be thinking you are growing, but actually growth itself will not be happening. You may be thinking you are growing, but growth itself will not be happening. The growth or expansion happens only in Mahakasha, only the cosmic energy. Understand the three different spaces, the today's subject. The today's sutra is working on the outer space so that you can create the same outer space in the inner space. Practically we forgot there is an inner space. Possibility for silence in the inner space is forgotten by us. Now Shiva is showing, giving us an example of outer space and directing us towards the inner space. Let you understand these three words, then you will be able to understand today's technique, today's sutra. First, Katakasha means the space covered by your body, or the space which stays inside your body, your inner space. Second, Chidakasha, the space about which you are aware, conscious, means this hall. Sometimes you may remember the street also. Whatever you can remember, about whatever you are aware. If you are aware of whole Bangalore, then that is your Chidakasha. If you are aware of this hall, then this is your Chidakasha. Some people will be aware of only the stage, then that is their Chidakasha. Whatever is in your consciousness, about whatever you are aware, is Chidakasha. Space about which you are conscious. Third, Mahakasha means about which you are conscious and everything else all put together, the whole space, cosmos. Katakasha, Chidakasha, Mahakasha. Understand these three words because today's technique is based on these three words. The today's sutra, Shiva is guiding us from Katakasha to Chidakasha and from Chidakasha to Mahakasha. The whole technique is directed towards working on the space. One important thing we should understand, the space cannot become three. Space itself cannot become three. But we are imagining it has become three just because of our limited knowledge, our limited self, just because of our ignorance. Katakasha, Chidakasha, Mahakasha. Space covered by your body, a space which is not inside your body, and the space about which you are aware, maybe this stage or this hall or this area or this city. But you can't be aware of whole world all the time. This moment, at the most, you can be aware of this hall or this city. If you become aware of some other city, you will forget about this city. You have to. Otherwise, you can't become aware of some other city. some other space. The space which is covered by your body, space which is covered by your mind, space which can't be covered. This is the three level. Space which is covered by your body is Kadakasha. Space which is covered by your mind is Chidakasha. Space which can't be covered is Mahakasha. Now, all our suffering is because of the space which is covered by your body and mind, or because of your thinking that some space is covered by your body and mind and some space is not covered by you. Fear of death exists in you because you are constantly trying to protect the space covered by your body and mind. You don't understand the basic truth. The space, first of all, cannot become three. First, ignorance. The space can become three part. Second, because you think only this belongs to you, trying to possess the space which is in your control. Third, afraid that it may be taken away from you. Such a foolishness. Space which is covered by your body. We need to understand about this little deeply. Only then we will be able to enter into the sutra. Somebody asked me, there is one more question. He is asking me, Swamiji, will I become enlightened after this 3 days discourse? A small story for him. A patient was lying down in the hospital. He had major surgery in both hands. Big bandage. Doctor came for his everyday visit. He was showing the whole bandage to the doctor and asking, Doctor, will I be able to play piano after everything is removed? Doctor said, I don't think why you will not be able to play. You will be able to. Patient said, oh, that's nice. Before surgery, I was not able to play. Be very clear. Doctor can repair only your hands. You need to learn the art. I can give you only the intelligence. You need to practice. I can only repair your hands. I can only add intelligence. Let it be very clear. You have a wrong idea that enlightenment is something like a gift. I'll wrap it in a wrapper and hand it over to you. You can take it to your home and keep wherever you want. And you think it's like one more thing which you will possess. Let you change the word having enlightenment. That's a wrong word. Living enlightenment is the right word. When you start living these great truths, you are enlightened. That's all. Having enlightenment takes away all your responsibility. People think that once you become enlightened, you don't need to do anything. They think it's a long vacation. It's a big vacation. You can just lie down in a beach. Nothing needs to be done. Your fantasy about what you want to have, which you never had in your life, you project and see it as enlightenment. No, be very clear. Having enlightenment gives different ideas. You project your own heaven concept and think that is enlightenment. Having enlightenment is the wrong word. Living enlightenment is the right word. These truths will be handed over to you. You are supposed to live. Living these great truths is enlightenment. Live all these things in your life. That is enlightenment. That is self-realization. Master will not hand over enlightenment to you. He can only give the tools for enlightenment. can only give the path. You can only give the truth. You need to start living it. These three akashas, three space, you need to understand. Gadakasha, the space which is covered by your body. The space which is covered by your body is not dead as you think. It's not like other matters. The earth, water, the five Panchabhutas, earth element, water, then fire, then air, then space, ether. In this five elements, all the other four are not, they will not be able to relate with consciousness. One becomes more subtle than the other, but they can't reflect consciousness. Only space can reflect consciousness. Only in space consciousness can reflect. Step by step, if you understand, you will be able to understand. In the first Prithvi is Annamaya Kosha, means your body, physical body, flesh, blood, bone, the physical body. Second, Jalatattva, water, principle. Water is the life which is running, constantly moving. The blood are all the other water movements in your body. All movements related to water is Jalatattva. And next, fire, Agni Tattva, transforming blood, the bread into blood, converting food into energy is done by the Agni Tattva. Agni Tattva does the job of converting food into energy, transforming food into energy. As long as this Agni is there in you, you will be alive. Once that Agni goes, body has to put in the Agni. Either this Agni should be there or your body will be put in the Agni. Agni Tattva takes care of the converting food into energy. Next, air. Prana Tattva, all your inner chattering happens in Prana Tattva, in the air energy. Not only the air circulation, the pranic movement, even the inner chattering happens because of the air energy. Just try to stop your breath for a second, you will not be able to think. Your thinking will stop. Every word which raises in your inner space needs air, prana. Somebody asked me a question. Swamiji, what is the difference between air and prana? Air is like a vehicle. Prana is like a stuff which is delivered. A lorry comes inside the compound, delivers the products and goes back. Same way, air comes inside, delivers the prana to body and goes back empty. Prana is the subtle energy which you receive through air. Yogis have mastered the art of receiving the prana directly from ether without using the air as vehicle. That is why there are so many yogis who bury their head and meditate, breathe, they live for even days. If you go to Kumbh Mela, you will see all these things. Kumbh Mela is the place where you can see the great powers expressed by yogis are great powers achieved through yoga sadhana. I have seen in Kumbh Mela people sitting inside under the ground. They will be covered for 3-4 days. After that, they will come out. Of course, to express, to exhibit the powers which can be achieved by yoga sadhana. There are so many yogis I have seen, they bury their head underground. They just bury their head, but they will be alive. They are able to breathe. This shows you can take the prana directly without using the air. Air is just a vehicle. Air is just a vessel. Prana is the stuff. You can take the prana directly. But for mind work to activate your inner chattering or verbalization, you need prana. Without prana, you can't have verbalization. To go beyond verbalization also, you need more prana. Fifth, the last ether, the space. Ether or the space is the space where visualization happens. 5 things. Annamaya. Annamaya is the physical body, which is bone, and this physical structure, Prithvi, matter. Second, Jala, water. That's the life which is circulating in you, as in the form of blood and purification. All the activities related to water. Third, Agni. Agni Tattva only converts food into energy, bread into blood. The fourth, Vayu. Vayu is the energy which is necessary for inner chattering. The verbalization in you happens because of Vayu. Fifth, space. The visualization, understanding, intelligence, buddhi happens in space. Space also is not Atman. It's not yourself. But yourself can reflect on the space. Yourself can reflect on the space. Now, the space stays inside your body. It becomes alive because it reflects the self. It reflects the self. The one difficulty, it doesn't realize it is not limited. It starts thinking, it starts feeling, it is limited to this body. It is limited to this body. It's like a reflection in the water, the reflection of the sun in the water pot. There are 10 water pots. In one water pot there is a reflection of a sun. That reflection starts thinking. It is inside the pot. It is covered by the pot. The reflection starts thinking. The pot is its boundary. Same way, the Atman's reflection, yourself, the reflection of yourself which is inside this space starts thinking, you are bound by this boundary, you are bound by this border, you are bound by this skin. If you are bound, if you feel you are bound by the skin, you will feel constantly the suffocation. Constant suffocation will happen in you. Because of constant feeling of suffocation only, you are constantly feeling the irritation. Be very clear. When you were studying the young age, you thought you will be settled, relaxed, happy after you get your job. After you get your job, you always imagined, visualized, once you are married, you will be settled, relaxed, happy. After marriage, you know. Somebody said, Swamiji, me and my wife, both of us lived happily for 18 years. I asked, then what happened? Then we both met each other. You know, and after marriage you think, if something else happens, like having a house or having a child, you will be settled and relaxed. You are constantly postponing. What you visualize as settled space, a relaxed space, never becomes reality. It cannot become reality as long as you believe you are bound by this boundary. You feeling that you are bound by this boundary will not let you relax. You are by your nature Purna, means the fulfillment, the whole. You can't relax till you experience that Purna, till you experience that Purnatva, till you experience that wholeness. Unless you experience that wholeness, you will not be able to relax. Fortunately, God has designed your system such a way you will not feel complete till you become enlightened. That's good. Otherwise, you will stop on the way. We stop on the way. Kundi, mother of Pandavas, in Mahabharata, she is praying to Krishna. Oh Krishna, let me have all possible sufferings. Krishna was shocked. He asked, what are you talking? What are you asking? Do you know if you ask me something, it will happen to you? Sometimes people ask without having confidence that they will really get it. Even to me, many times I see people come and ask all nonsensical things. They don't even know whether they want it or not. They don't even know after they get that what will be the side effect or after effect. They don't bother about all those things. First thing, they don't have confidence, they will get it. Let us ask what is there, how can he give? It's like they are testing me. Anyhow, I tell them, be very clear before asking. If it happens, you must be able to handle it. Will you be able to take the responsibility? Somebody goes to Ramana Maharshi and asks, Bhagavan, why don't you give me some powers? Miracle powers. Bhagavan says, the powers which you are having already, that itself is driving you crazy. You are not able to sit peacefully. You are not able to sit happily. You are not able to handle it. If you can handle all the powers which you are having already, means you can have, you have many powers, small powers. You can employ 2 workers. You can remove 2 persons from job. There are all these powers available to you. You are not able to handle these powers itself peacefully. If you can handle these powers in a responsible way, peaceful way, you will not have thoughts about them. See, this is the scale. You are healthy means you will not remember the body. When the shoe fits, leg is forgotten. When the belt fits, belly is forgotten. When the chain fits, neck is forgotten. Forgetting is the scale that you are comfortable with it. You will not remember it. Now you have small powers. You are remembering about them constantly means you are not able to handle them with maturity. You are not able to handle them in a responsible way. That is why constantly you have to think about it. You are reminded about it. Bhagavan says, already the power with which you are living, you are suffering. Why do you want more power? Means more suffering. Instead of asking for Shakti, ask for Buddhi. Instead of asking for Shakti, ask for Buddhi. Beautifully Bhagavan explains, Shakti without Buddhi will become destruction for your own self. Kundi asks, O Lord, let all the sufferings come to me. Krishna says, do you know what you are asking? It will happen. Why are you asking this? Kundi says, with sufferings constantly, I will remember that I am not yet achieved what I am supposed to achieve. I will be reminded about my goal. I will be reminded constantly that I have something to do. I have to do my journey. My journey is not over. Constantly, I will be aware that I need to travel, I need to remember, I need to grow. I need the fulfillment. Without suffering, I may forget. I may stop my journey. I may not have enough inspiration to do my journey, to continue my journey. Give me the suffering so that it will remind me to remember you. It will help me to move in my journey. Of course, that is one of the ways. I don't think all of us need to ask the same moon. There are so many ways to grow. There are so many methods to expand. But Kundi can go to that extreme for the sake of enlightenment, for the sake of traveling on the spiritual path. She goes to the extreme. We don't have to go to that extreme, but at least we should be aware. All suffering is ambassador from your own self. Your self is again and again calling you and telling you, you are not yet complete. You have not yet realized the truth. Travel. Don't stop. Work towards yourself. It's call from higher self. All your suffering is call from the higher self to come back, to return, to elevate yourself. That's a beautiful story in Mundaka Upanishad. There are two birds, one sitting silently in a higher level branch, the other one just running here and there, going and eating sweet fruit or bitter fruit, having sometimes joy, sometimes suffering, moving here, there, this side and that side. Whenever he eats bitter fruit, feels the suffering, he turns towards the bird which is sitting silently and thinks, see how serene and happy he is. Why not me also live like that? Be very clear. The small bird never remembers the big bird, the silent bird, when he eats sweet fruits. He never remembers, but only when he eats the bitter fruits, he just looks at the bird and feels jealous. Why not live like that bird? Slowly after eating bitter fruits many times, after having enough intelligence, after being taught by life, this bird starts moving towards the big bird, which is silently sitting, serene. The more the small bird comes closer to the big bird, it starts realizing this bird is also having the same aura, same energy of that silent bird. When the small bird comes too close to the big bird, it realizes this bird is very part of the silent bird. The more it came close, it suddenly realized there were no two birds. The small bird is only a reflection. It was only a reflection. The reflection of sun in the pot starts thinking that it is bound by the pot. The reflection of the cosmic space, Mahakasha, in the body starts thinking you are Patakasha. The reflection of the Mahakasha in the body starts thinking you are Patakasha, you are bound. The moment you start thinking you are bound inside this boundary, either you will start working to create more pleasure for this body, or you will start working to escape from all the dangers for this body. You forget to understand you can neither bring more pleasure nor escape from the destruction of this body. Whatever you think as pleasure is nothing but the space coming in contact with the body. Your inner space, whenever it comes in contact with the body, you experience pleasure. You experience joy. Instead of bringing the sense objects and bringing the space to your body, you can directly bring the space to your body without bringing the sense objects. Let me give you a small diagram, maybe that will make you understand how you pull your inner space to your body, the sensitivity to your body by bringing sense objects. Great. Here is your body. The self is reflecting on your body. Here you bring sense objects. Whenever the pleasure objects are brought and you attract one line, one ray of your inner space, that gives you the joy or excitement. Yogis learn the technique of bringing the ray or light from the inner space to the body without using the sense objects. That is why they are in eternal bliss. They are in constant joy. They are always excited. This is your body. This is the inner space or self reflecting on the body. Here, when you bring the sense objects or the pleasure objects, you attract a ray from the self to your body. If you bring something related to smell, the self, your inner space, gets connected to your nose. If you bring some beautiful scene in front of you, the self gets connected to your eyes, the chakshu. If you bring beautiful music, the self gets connected to your ears. Because of the sense objects, self is attracted and body feels the excitement, body feels the joy, body feels the ecstasy. Now, you need to understand one more thing. Yogis are mastered bringing the same energy from self, ray from self to the body without bringing the sense objects. Without the sense objects, if this way you bring the energy of self to your body, or the inner space to your body, the sensitivity to your body, this is the lifestyle of a bogi. This is the lifestyle of a bogi, person who is based on materialistic lifestyle. And yogis have got their own different lifestyle. Yogis, they can bring the energy of self to the body without having sense objects in front of them. without the sense objects, they can bring that excitement, that energy, that sensitivity to their senses. This is what we call pratyahara. Pratyahara means bringing the same. Pratyahara literally means moving away, means taking away, taking yourself away from the sense objects. If you just do pratyahara, take yourself away from sense objects, you will be depressed, feeling lonely, dull, dead. But if you learn the technique to bring the same excitement to all the senses and stop bringing the sense objects, then you will start experiencing the same joy, same excitement without sense objects. This is the mental setup of a yogi. You can bring the same excitement, same energy and the sensitivity to your body, to your senses, without bringing the sense objects. As long as you feel you are limited by this kadakasha, you are limited by this body, constantly you will be anchored, you will be working only to have sense objects. And you will be constantly afraid that you will lose your boundary, you will die. It's like a reflection which is on the kata. Kata means pot. The reflection of the sun which is on the pot is having the fear that I will die. Problem is that is neither sun nor matter. If it is a pot, it doesn't have to worry because it was never alive. If it is a sun, it doesn't have to worry because it will never die. It is something between these two. That's where the problem starts. Inside your deep being, you never believe you are also going to die. That's a beautiful thing in Bhagavad, Yaksha Prasna. Yaksha, when Yaksha is asking Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja, what is the most surprising thing in the planet Earth? Kimascharyam itah param. What is the most surprising thing in the planet Earth? Yudhishthira says, Ahanyahani bhutani gacchanti ha yamamandiram seshasthiramischanti kimascharyam itah param. Beautifully he says, every day we see people going to the abode of Yama. Every day you see, but you never believe inside your heart you are also going to go. You think you will be here forever. You always think you will be here forever. By mistake, by forgetting, sometime you may think that you are going to die. By forgetting, by mistake, sometime you may think you are also going to die on your right will. But inside your heart, you never believe you are going to die. You always think, oh, poor guy, he died, as if you are not going to die. There's a beautiful verse by a Tamil saint called Pattinattar. He says, person who is dead is lying, who are going to die are crying. Is dead, is lying, who are going to die are crying. Setta pinattai kattikkondu saagapogum pinangalellam elududala. The dead body is lying, the person who is dead is lying. People who are going to die, they are crying. We don't believe inside our heart we are also going to die. Because in the deep inner space, you know you are sun. You are not a reflection. In the outer world, when you relate with people, when you relate with the body, whenever you come down to the body to enjoy the sense objects, you are connected to body. In those moments, naturally, you will feel the just mortal feeling. You will feel you are bound by the kata. Then fear, worry, everything starts. When you don't come to the body to enjoy the sense objects, if you just stay in the self, you have the confidence that you are immortal. Now you are stuck between these two. Sometime when you relax, you are in the mood of that you are sun. You don't have a fear that you are going to die. You don't have a feeling you are going to die. Sometimes when you enter into the part, when you associate yourself with the reflection, you have the feeling and fear, what will happen to me? What will happen? I don't know, after death. You are caught between these two. Whenever you associate yourself with the reflection, this boundary, the suffering becomes more. The suffering becomes intense. The suffering starts teaching you. Whenever you relax and understand you are sun, you are Mahakasha, you are the vast expansive sky, first thing, forget about enlightenment. When it happens, it will happen. Tremendous inner healing will happen. Be very clear. Somebody asked Vivekananda, Swamiji, why should we read Vedas? Why should we learn the Vedic lifestyle? Why should we live the spiritual lifestyle? He says, first thing that will give you tremendous courage and confidence. The inner healing will start happening in you. Yesterday I was speaking about analyzing the inner space. I was doing a research for the last 6 months. I was working on this research, asking people to pen down for 5 minutes whatever goes on inside. It's almost like taking a snap, a photograph of their mind and analyzing how many thoughts based on fear, how many thoughts based on greed, how many thoughts, the self-recovery thoughts, the self-healing thoughts, means the thoughts which brings you back to courage, confidence, hope and life, which gives you energy to run again, which gives you energy to live. When I started calculating, of course, I told you yesterday, the Indian inner space was so beautiful. One more thing, when I say Indian, I mean the people who are more into the Vedic system, the spiritual lifestyle. Yesterday I forgot to mention that. In India I was working only with the people who are already interested in meditation, in this lifestyle. I can't use the word, general word Indian. It has lost the meaning. People who are working on the inner space, who are meditators, who read the spiritual scriptures, who continuously work on themselves, their inner space was so pure, so beautiful. If there are 10 thoughts, more than 6 are self-healing thoughts. If the number of self-healing thoughts are more in your inner space, the less suffering. One more thing, if the suffering is less, you will start experiencing the higher level of akashas. If the suffering is too much inside the body, if you have too much of pain, you can't be aware of this chidakasha. You will be aware of only katakasha. If physical pain is too much, if you have physical suffering, if you have dental pain, you can't have transcendental meditation. You can have only dental meditation. You can't have transcendental meditation. The pain brings you back to Katakasha. Painful thoughts also puts you back into Katakasha. For example, per minute, if you are having 10 thoughts, of course, I am giving only example, I don't think it is 10, it must be 10,000. If you see the ratio, if 60% is self-healing thoughts, naturally you will start experiencing the Chidakasha. If 80 to 90% is self-healing thoughts, you will start experiencing the Mahakasha. If more than 50% is thoughts based on fear and worries, if less than 50% is self-healing thoughts, you will be caught in Katakasha. If you have too much of pain, you will not be even aware of this Chidakasha. You will not be even aware of this Chidakasha. You will not be aware of this hall. You will not be aware of this stage. You will be aware of only your knee. You will be aware of only your head. You will be aware of only your pains. Understand these three akashas. You can heal yourself. Today I will explain. Shiva is explaining how you can understand this concept of space and you can heal your body. Apart from healing your mind, healing your inner space, you can heal your body. Shiva gives us beautiful technique how to heal our body using the cosmic space, the Mahakasha. If your inner space is smaller than the body, you will have pain, constant pain, feeling of suffocation, as if you are imprisoned. Feeling of suffocation is pain. If your inner space is expansive, it has expanded enough to the size of your body, you will feel just well-being. You won't feel pain, you will feel a healthy well-being feeling of health, feeling of well-beingness. If your inner space is much more than your body, you will feel the bliss, ecstasy. Pain, healthy feeling, ecstasy. All these three are directly connected to your identification of your inner space. If you feel you are just this body, this boundary, this Katakasha, you will have more number of thoughts based on worry, fear, desire, greed and all those things, because constantly you have to work for this body. What you associate, you work for that. If you associate yourself with the doctor identity, constantly you will be working to strengthen that identity, to strengthen that understanding, to strengthen that kind of lifestyle. Whatever you feel as you start strengthening it. You start strengthening that identity. When you think you are Katakasha, the body, the space covered by the body, you start working just for that. When you think you are Chidakasha, many times the artists, they feel that they are Chidakasha. They feel more happy if they are able to do what they know. They do not feel more happy even with the physical pleasure, because they are centered in Chidakasha. If you are centered in Katakasha, you will be happy only with the physical pleasure. You will be happy only with the physical pleasures. If you are centered in Chidakasha, the space which is known to you, you will be happy. All desires related to name and fame, rewards, attention, all those things are related to Chidakasha. Desires related to physical pleasures are related to Kadakasha. Desires related to name and fame, attention, all those things are related to Chidakasha. You can see there are many people, they feel just power, empowered, they feel so much of energy if they have a big audience. Dancers, painters, poets, artists, and politicians. Bigger the crowd, more energetic they will be. Because their Chidakasha feels strengthened, their ego feels fulfilled. With enlightened masters, we should be completely opposite. My best discourses are delivered only to a small group. To tell you honestly, I always feel stuck whenever I see a big crowd, not because of any fear or anything. I have to dilute the truth. I have to use too many words. I have to generalize everything. See, you think in a generalized way, but you live in a localized way. Life is not generalization. Life is specialization. So the truth, if I have to teach you, I have to tailor the truth as it fits you. I have to customize it. The technique needs to be customized. But whenever the truth is delivered to the crowd, it can't be tailored. I have to make a general size, like a t-shirt, like a general size jeans. And neither your body nor the clothes will feel comfortable with each other. It can't be tailored exactly to you. That is why initiation is always given to an individual. Only individuals receive initiation. They receive initiation. The spiritual truth, whenever delivered to mass, has to be diluted, because I have to use too many words to make everybody understand, and moreover I can't tell the truth directly. Straight away truth can't be told, it hurts. That's another big problem. Truth, straight away if it is told, it hurts. I have to be socially polite. Being socially polite means diluting the truth. All great scriptures are delivered only to a small group, either to an individual or 2-3. Maybe later on it became popular. It became popular because of its quality. Many people read because of its quality, but the quality because it is delivered to few people. Gita is delivered only to Arjuna, a single guy. Ashtavakra Gita is delivered only to Janaka, single person. All great truths delivered only to 2-3 people. And Shiva Sutra is not delivered even to one person. Devi is also not a separate being. She has just disappeared into Shiva. Just an extension of Shiva. That is why Shiva Sutra is much more pure than any other scripture. It's a pure truth, because as if you are thinking loudly. I can't say Shiva Sutra is teaching given to Devi. Shiva Sutras is thoughts taught by Shiva in a loud way, that's all. When Shiva was thinking loudly, somebody noted it down, that's all. It was not even spoken to somebody, because there was no 2%. She is not there even to say thank you. Even for that she is not there. She has disappeared. But in Arjuna's case, every chapter starts with his doubts. Maybe we can't blame Arjuna anyway. Representing a common man, a possibility. I don't think Arjuna can be so dull. Living with Krishna for 33 years, around the age of 33, Gita was delivered. And both of them are supposed to be same age. Moreover, they were relatives. They were supposed to be. Anyhow, living around Krishna for so many years, and Arjuna is very close friend. All others either had attitude of a master towards Krishna or God with an all respectful attitude. But with Arjuna, somehow Krishna maintained a very friendly attitude. Sakabha. And Arjuna also had the same attitude. That's why he says, after experiencing the Vishwarupa, he says, Krishna, I called you by your last name, your community name. Hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Saketi. I called you with your community name, with your nickname. I called you as my friend. Please forgive me. I do not know who you are. Now I understand. He was maintaining a very friendly attitude. Of course, actually, if you are maintaining a very friendly attitude, you can learn more. Because with a friend, you will open more. Moreover, the words given by a friend, you always take it deeply and internalize it. You do not suspect your friend's words. You always suspect your father's words. You always think it has got a vested interest. And you never listen to spouse words. Before she starts herself, she or he, you know it's wrong. I have a big problem. Whenever husband comes to me first and gets attached with me, wife will never come. Wife comes to me and gets attached with me. Husband will never come to me. He may read my books secretly. He may listen to the discourses secretly. But he will never come to meet me. The problem is, Swamiji is right. What he says and he does is right. Accepting that is no problem. But my wife is right is too big problem. That hurts the ego. That is too much. We can't do that. Swamiji is right. We can accept some of that. But if I go to him in an open way, I accept naturally what she did is right. That cannot be. That is too much. That is too much. We can't do that. Even before she starts talking, very clearly, it's a lie. Whenever you suspect the person has got a vested interest, he is going to fulfill his own thoughts, his own things through you, you will never open yourself to him. But with friend, you always open more. You open yourself because you know he doesn't have any vested interest. Whenever you suspect he has got a vested interest, the friendliness ends. The friendliness disappears in that relationship. Whenever you add friendliness into any relationship, that relationship becomes beautiful. Adding friendliness into relationships is one of the spiritual qualities. Whether it is husband-wife, whenever you add friendliness in the relationship of husband-wife, lust will disappear, love will start happening. Love will start happening. Adding friendliness into any relationship will give you a totally different dimension. When you add friendliness to relationships, you will start experiencing you in them. Because friendliness means experiencing your own reflection. Friendliness is one of the, I can say, techniques to help you move from Katakasha to Chidakasha and Chidakasha to Mahakasha. If you add friendliness, if you create a relationship with friendliness with the people who are living around you, you will start moving towards Siddhakasha. You will start working towards serving others. Your time and energy will be spent more service-oriented. Moving towards Siddhakasha will make you service-oriented. And moving towards Mahakasha will make you enlightened. Our Vedic social system was developed to help a man to move from Katakasha to Chidakasha, Chidakasha to Mahakasha. Understand? Man who shares his time, he has got nothing else, he has got only his time. Who shares his time is a worker. Man who has got little intelligence, creates few products with his time and shares those products with others is a Vaishya. Man who shares confidence is a Kshatriya. Man who shares the enlightenment, knowledge is a Brahmana. Whenever you share, you move from Katakasha to Chidakasha. Sharing time, sharing product, sharing confidence, sharing intelligence. The whole Vedic social system was based on this sharing. Whenever you share, naturally you will be adding friendliness. Without friendliness, you can't share. That is why in those days, it was not done as a business. Even if you don't learn from the Vedic Pandit, you have to give his share. Even if you don't go to the doctor, you have to pay his share. Because it was not a business, it was sharing. Everybody shares what they have. There is no question of charging. There was no bill or money or exchange happened based on quantity. Quantity of service received was not considered. It was purely based on the relationship, friendliness, sharing. The Vedic system, Vedic lifestyle was based on sharing, so that human beings will start moving from Chidakasha, moving from Katakasha to Chidakasha. From Chidakasha, through meditation, they will move to Mahakasha. Service was a path to enlightenment. Service is a path to enlightenment if you do it with friendliness, with a deep friendliness, not out of ego. I have seen people, they will sponsor one tube light to one temple. On that tube light, so many names in the black paint. Ramanathan's son Somanathan donated this tube light to this temple in memory of his mother Valliyammal on this day in black paint. Put the switch on, you will see only the black lines on the wall. Like they are mine. Anything done with a friendliness brings you out of Katakasha to Chidakasha. That is with your friend, with whom you can be as you are. You forget the physical pains. Sitting with friends, you forget your boundary. That is why you feel so relaxed, comfortable. You want to hang over with them. Again and again you want to spend more time with them. You do not know why. This is the reason. Whenever friendliness happens in you, Katakasha expands to Chidakasha. Whenever meditation happens in you, Chidakasha expands to Mahakasha. Now Shiva is giving beautiful technique to expand yourself to Mahakasha. Let me read the sutra once more. Simply by looking into the blue sky, beyond the clouds, serenity. Sutra. He says, look into the blue sky beyond the clouds. We only look into the clouds, that also project and see all the forms which you want to see. People ask me, Swamiji, in the cloud I saw this form, that form. I saw the Ganapati form, I saw the Shiva form, I saw the elephant. What is the meaning? I tell them, whatever you want to see, you project and see. Do not get caught in clouds. Don't get caught in clouds. Clouds are like thoughts. Clouds are like dreams. People come and ask me, Swamiji, I saw this in dream, that in dream, what is the meaning? Please tell us what is the importance of the dream. I tell them, even the waking state is not important. This itself is useless. Why are you bothering about the dream state? This itself is useless. Then why do you waste your time interpreting your dreams? Fools who don't have any work, only they sit and interpret dreams. Old Freudian system was based on interpreting dreams. That's not fraud. Old Freudian system was interpreting dreams. Foolishness. Waking state, what you are seeing, experiencing, this itself has no meaning. And these guys are sitting and analyzing the dream. It's like you have a big garbage bin. Instead of dumping it and getting rid of it, you sit and start analyzing it. How many garbage you have? What was the weight? And what is the smell? What is going on? When it started stinking. And you forget that you are sitting and smelling all this nonsense when you are doing the research. So just dump the whole thing and escape. Analyzing the dream is like this only. Opening up the garbage bin and sitting and analyzing. Arranging them all properly. And analyzing them. When it started stinking. And what is the level of the smell? To what extent it comes? That's what they are doing. That is why all these Freudians will be psychiatric patients. Now really, the statistics says in which field, which profession more people became mad? Psychiatric doctors. Because constantly they are swallowing all the madness. Constantly they are analyzing the madness. Without understanding, madness can't be analyzed. You see, where logic cannot be logic, only they become mad. People who can't be logical, where things are not logically logical, only there madness happens. And you try to analyze the madness and create a new logic. One madman may do the same thing, what other madman is doing, but cure cannot be the same thing. You can't cure him in the same way. Small story. One person went to mad asylum for a visit. Once in a while going to mad asylum is good for you. You will understand, you will not take yourself for granted. You will understand how blessed you are. How blessed you are. This guy goes there to have a visit. Doctor takes him around. In one cave, he sees a person. He is hanging on the fan. All over the room, in his own blood, he has written the word Lata, 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 Lata. Doctor says this guy was in love with a girl named Lata. He was not able to marry, he became mad. Anyhow, the guy goes around, he sees many other different kinds of passions. Some swimming on the ground, some trying to fly, some trying to count the notes. People become mad because of money. They sit and count the notes all day. And some trying to count the stones, must be diamond merchant. And be very clear. See, diamond is nothing but one more stone. The only thing, less availability, more need. That's all. Many fools wants to possess that stone. Because of that, it has become valuable. Otherwise, there is no other value existentially. See, the demand and supply ratio, demand and supply theory makes diamond valuable. Existentially, it has no value. The demand is more and supply is less. Because of that, it becomes valuable. This guy is sitting and counting all the stones, thinking it is a diamond. And you can't say it's wrong. Existentially, both are one and the same. Maybe, according to market, you are intelligent and he is mad. But existentially, you can't say you sitting and counting the diamond and he is sitting and counting the stones. Existentially, you can't say you are intelligent and he is mad. Maybe according to the market standard, you are intelligent and he is mad. That's all. Anyhow, he goes through the aside. Finally, in the end, again in one more room, one more guy, he was sitting on the ground and all over the floor, lata, he was sitting. This guy asks, what happened? He was also in love with lata. Doctor says, no. That guy was not able to marry. This guy married. Understand? Reason may be same, but cure can't be same. Because madness means where logic is not logically logical. Where logic is not logically logical. That is what we call madness. So, logic can't be useful in that space. Your understanding can't be useful in that space. Let's come to the Chidakasha. We are speaking about the Fridays. Expanding from Kadakasha to Chidakasha, whenever you add friendliness in your life, you will feel that expansion. You will forget this boundary and you will start feeling the Chidakasha as your boundary. That is why you give so much to your friend. Whenever you do something for your friend, you feel fulfilled. You feel the same pleasure. Whenever you do something for your body, what pleasure you feel, you will feel the same fulfillment when you do something for your close friend. Because you feel the fulfillment in Chidakasha. And the same friendliness, if you start expressing towards every being, you enter into Mahakasha. Same feeling which you experience in Chidakasha, if you reproduce it every moment in your life, you enter into Mahakasha. Whenever you experience Mahakasha, you start experiencing the intense friendliness in you, feeling to share in you. Shiva says, don't look the clouds, look beyond the clouds. If you are seeing clouds, you will project your thoughts. Your thoughts are clouds. Look beyond just the blue sky, just the vast emptiness. If you look at the clouds, your mind will start thinking. If you look at the sky, it will stop working. You can't think anything looking at the sky. If you start seeing the star, again you will start thinking. Seeing the cloud means getting stuck with your thoughts. Seeing the stars means getting stuck with the spiritual visions and experiences. Don't do both. Don't do both. Just look into the pure sky, empty blue sky, vast open sky. Try this even today. Even today, try. Just look, of course, in the night, it will be beautiful. Just lie down in a complete relaxed way. Do not support your head. If you support your head with pillow, you will sleep. You will fall asleep. And you will be thinking that you have done meditation. You will be thinking you have done meditation. People ask me, Swamiji, can we lie down and meditate? I tell them, if you can, please do. Even while sitting, you can't meditate. I've seen people meditate, different kinds of meditation. Always we start like this, with a lot of spirit and enthusiasm. And sometimes people look this side and that side, like somebody is watching them. Whenever you look this side and that side, be very clear, you are the person who slept. You are the person who slept. In one of our meditation classes, I never miss telling this story. In one of our meditation classes, there was a meditation technique concentrating on anahata. This guy, he started like this only. Slowly he became like this. I asked him, what happened? No, I am meditating something. Where? On his anahata. Not on your anahata, his anahata. When you start to meditate on your anahata, by the time you end up with his anahata. Do not have a pillow. If you support your head with a pillow, you will fall asleep. Do not support your head with a pillow. Just lie down and stare at the sky. Vast empty space. Understand the instruction clearly. This technique can give you the immediate inner healing. Immediate inner healing can happen. It's like an instant healing effort. Vast, just gaze at the vast sky. You will have the same fear which Arjuna had. Whenever you gaze at the sky, empty sky, without calculating the stars, without counting the stars, without looking at the sky, you will have the same fear, because the idea of your boundary is getting loosened. The grip on Katakasha is slowly getting loosened. Slowly, it's getting relaxed. The same fear which Arjuna had, you will have. But do not miss like Arjuna. Krishna was there to give a second choice. Who knows whether we will have a second choice or not? Don't miss it. Don't bother about the fear. You will always have fear. If you are doing it properly, you will have fear. If you are gazing and managing to think, because sometimes we master to do both, then nothing can be done. It's like a backseat driving. One person will be driving, other person will be giving command. If your wife is sitting behind you and you are driving, if you experience that at any time, you will understand. It becomes like a two persons doing things. You are gazing and your mind is thinking. That's not going to help. If you are thinking and gazing, you will not feel the fear, because you are not coming out of Kadakasha. You are not coming out of Chidakasha. You are caught. Just gaze. Do not think. In the initial level, you will have a little fear. Don't bother about it. Don't bother about it. Just gaze. After some time, suddenly you realize you forgot your body for last few minutes. For last few minutes, the thought chain, the link, the thoughts, the shaft was broken, disconnected. Continuous shaft which you create suddenly disappeared. When you feel that moment, then close your eyes, just bring the whole outer space into the inner space. Visualize the same thing inside. Suddenly you will see you are having the same thing inside. There is no thoughts, there is no stars, pure sky. Understand? If you have knee pain, first gaze at the sky. When you remember that for last few seconds you will not have thoughts. This can't happen if you are expecting that moment. No. Don't expect when I will lose my thoughts, when I will lose that shaft. No. Just gaze without bothering about anything. In 2-3 minutes, the shaft will break. Then, once you remember, for last few seconds, there was no shaft. Close your eyes and remember the same space in your knees. In the space where you have pain. Simply pain will disappear in few seconds. I have worked with this technique with so many thousands of disciples. Understand? Before bringing this and sharing with you, I have done enough of research and development. You are not guinea pig. I am not testing on you. I have tested with this technique. With so many thousands of disciples. In few minutes, pain just disappears. Pain is nothing but you are caught in Katakasha. You are caught in Katakasha. If you are just caught by something, you are in pain. If you are stuck with something, you are in pain. Actually, if you are caught with the body consciousness, you don't need separate punishment. That itself is a punishment. If you think you are body, that very thought brings you punishment. Don't think after that you will reach hell. No. You are in hell already. One doctor was driving in the highway. He was driving in high speed. Cop stopped him for overspeeding. And he was about to give the ticket. Doctor's wife was sitting behind him. She started shouting at him, at the doctor. Fool, I told you to reduce the speed. You don't have a sense. You never listen to me. Then the cop said, not only you are overspeeding, you did not stop at the signal. Then the wife again started shouting, yes, tell him, I told him to stop at the signal. He never listens to me. She started shouting. Doctor turned towards the wife and said, shut up, keep quiet. Then the cop started telling, not only you did not stop at the signal, you are overspeeding and you don't have proper light. Again she started shouting. You don't have sense, you did not send the car for repair. You don't listen to me, you don't allow me to do anything. Then again the doctor shouted, shut up. Then cop asked the doctor, what is this? She is shouting at you and you are shouting, shut up. What is going on? This lady started shouting, this guy never listens to me. Especially when he is drunk like this. The cop said, I am giving you a ticket, but I think you don't need any more punishment. You don't need any more punishment. Understand, being caught in the body is enough punishment. You don't need any more punishment. You don't need any more punishment. It's one technique. And one more thing. Whenever you have physical pain, means caught in katakasha. Whenever you have mental suffering, means emotionally disturbed, depressed, try this technique. That very moment you will be healed. Whenever you are caught in katakasha, means physical pain and suffering. Whenever you are caught in chidakasha, means mental pain and sufferings. Just try this. That moment, simply that moment, you will see the inner healing happening in you. Instant, that very moment you will be healed. Apart from healing, if you are a seeker, working towards enlightenment, meditation, work on this technique. This will bring you tremendous energy and quantum experiences. You will have the quantum jump. Instead of meditating on any form or formlessness, understand? If you are meditating on form, you will be caught, you will be only expanded only to the Chidakasha level. If you are meditating on formless, whatever you think as formless also is form. You can't meditate on formless. You do not know what is formless. So even that will take you only to Chidakasha level. Meditate on the space. Only this can take you to Mahakasha. This can take you to the Mahakasha level. Working on form or formless is not going to help you. Meditate on sky, on the space. It is straight away you will have a quantum jump, an experience. You are Mahakasha. As of now, sometimes you are caught in Katakasha, sometimes you are caught in Chidakasha. That's why life is a continuous pain and suffering. Physical pain or mental suffering. You expand yourself to Mahakasha. Expanding yourself to Mahakasha is like flooding yourself with energy. A small pool, if it is flooded by a big river, not only the pool will be purified, it will have the fresh energy and water. Same way, let your Katakasha and Chidakasha be flooded by the Mahakasha. Not only you will be clean and healed, you will have the direct experience of the cosmic energy. Try this technique just for 11 days. Because 11 days your mind can't cheat you. Your mind can cheat you for 3-4 days. It can just escape. 11 days, try at least, continuously. You will see, you will catch the glimpse of that inner healing. Once you catch the glimpse, then I don't have to tell you to meditate. The very glimpse will give you the inspiration. The very glimpse will give you the inspiration. See, till your inner Guru awakens, only the outer Guru needs to work on you. Outer Guru pushes you, inner Guru pulls you inside. Till he starts pulling you inside, I have to push you from outside. Once you have one glimpse, then nothing else is necessary. That very glimpse will just pull you inside. You will start working towards you in a much deeper way. Let you experience the Mahakasha. Let your Chidakasha and Katakasha be flooded by Mahakasha. Let you be liberated into Mahakasha. Let you achieve and radiate the eternal bliss. Nithyananda, thank you.